Hey everyone, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
So hey everyone, I welcome you all to the PyNet Labs, and today we are going to have a chill session in which we are going to hack some websites. So first of all, we'll take some targets and we'll do that. So it's just a chill session where we try to find vulnerabilities over the websites, and you all can learn what are the ways and what are the approach that we are going to apply on finding the bug. That is the whole scenario. So I need confirmation from everyone. So are you all ready?
Uh,
Hello. Yes. Okay. So a little bit about myself. I'm a trainer in PyNet Labs. I teach cybersecurity and I'm a CEI plus CEH in which I provide certificates. I teach and give training for certified ethical hacker. So now let's talk about bug bounty. Before that, anybody here have previous experience about bug bounties and all? If not, no issues. We are going to learn everything. Now, first of all, we see the activity over here where people has reported some of the bugs previously and gone through. So we can search, okay, over here, hacker one undisclosed report, leak via POC, proof of concepts, or full disclosure. So by this, you all can read about the bug bounty experience and get more about that. And as we all know, we are having this session where we are going to have the activity and directory. So let's search about one of the program that we are going to hack. So anybody, can you suggest me any name of the company that we should go and try with? Any from the list? Let me scroll it down. There are lots of companies.
8 by 8.
Okay. 8 by 8 bounty. So just remember before going with it, today's session in which we are going to apply bug bounty, it is not that we are able to get the bug and all. We will just see how and what are the approaches. It should not, or it shouldn't be every time that we are able to get bugs and all, because those things are rare to find, right? So we are going with the public websites where they have their own security administrators, their own like pen testers and all. And then here we are with the crowds of communities who are trying to find bugs, right? That is our scenario and 8 by 8. Okay. So first of all, if you open any of the like platform like this community and all. First of all, lead the policies. So okay, I have the response targets time. So here you can see the first report will be uh like first response was within 24 hours. The second response is in 2 business days and all. But what we have to focus over here is the exclusions. So this things, if you find and if you're able to get that, this thing will not be taken for as a bug. It will be taken okay, informative or maybe not applicable, because these things are common vulnerabilities which are found, which you all can easily get. So we can see the domains in scope. So we have 8.8 x8.vc. This is the domain. jet.si. This is the domain. jetsi.net. So these are the domain that we should go with. And you can see eligible means you can get bounties from them and all. Now, so let's start and do some hacking. Of course, first of all, let me see the exclusions more clearly. So any form of automation, okay. So it doesn't allow any tools, any activity that could lead to disruption of services or DOS, denial of services. Uh, Social engineering, of course, we are not going to go with the social engineering, physical attempt, DMARC, missing flags, SSL, okay. Okay, the public 0-day vulnerabilities also. So let's start. Before going, we'll see activity of this if something is disclosed. Okay, let's say desktop client RCE remote code execution by interacting with malicious URL. Schemes on Windows, schemes on Windows. So we'll see this one also. Over here, it is not that disclosed. We have just the title. Attacker is able to cast a vote using victim names. Any meeting chat history can be read and modified by our arbitrary user. That is like you can edit it if you're able to get this vulnerability. Reflected cross-site scripting. Okay, this is something that is easy to find, but you just have to paste the codes and scripts. But remember, finding cross-site scriptings is not always like you will get the input parameter and you can try and run the cross-site scripting. It is not just like that. So now let's hack and let's take one of the domain that we want to hack. So this is professional meeting and just say as a service at the time it does not provide any credentials and the users are responsible for any fees occurred in signing up. Okay, it will take fees. So we are here trying to get any free websites. Okay, how about let's go with jetc.net. So first of all, let's see this URL. Let's see if we are able to reach. Okay, we cannot reach this particular URL. Express. So see, finding domain which you want to enumerate should have like free access accounts and all. So the area to explore should be like unlimited, should not be limited to only login forms or just contact pages. Their vulnerabilities are less and we are not able to find more vulnerabilities over there. Okay, so it need to sign up and you cannot see any sign up page over here. So let's go
We
with
can
this.
actually we can first the we can first the subdomain for Jitsi. I
Yeah,
believe like we don't have any domain there, right?
we will first that we'll do that. That is our next process. First of all, let's search about the particular domain that we want to go first.
Okay.
We'll do everything like from getting information gathering, fuzzing, everything. So now over here, 8x8, 8x8, and here's the video conferencing products and all. Okay, so let's go with this particular website, 8x8.com. So this particular website is having the alias of 8x8.com. Let's copy this particular domain. Let's go to our tool and create and search for subdomains of this particular website. Also, let me have a notepad open so that I can write side by side what I am able to find. So it emas enum dash d for domain, that is our 8 by x 8.com dash o for output, where we are saving the file and all. So it 8 list.txt. Let's press enter and let's wait for the domain to enumerate. Also till the time then our particular domain is enumerating, let's search more about this domain. So we have taken the target 8 by 8.com. Now let's take this particular URL to our Firefox so that I can like have the interception through burp suite. Let's open our burp suite. Let's open our Firefox. Let me paste this particular domain. Let's open our burp suite so that we can search. So it's still opening. So let's create a new project with the name of 8 by 8. So this is a pirated version of burp suite that we are using right now. You can find it free over the internet. Just saving this particular file. Let's go. So everyone, please have patience. We'll go through every website one by one and we'll see for the bug. Proxy, let me off it. Okay, let's search for it by it. Oh, so this is particular domain that we are having. Now, let's try to create an account over here. The low, okay, there are lots of subdomain that we have to enumerate one by one. That's great. That means we have lots of area to explore and find more. Okay, we have different items over here in the login my services. Okay, so this means it is connected to multiple websites through which we can connect. Call stat.io. Also, there's something which I can see over here, redirect. I'll surely enumerate it. And it seems familiar to Facebook, I think so. Yes. Is it familiar to Facebook UI? Meeting Express, Jitsi as a service, book for web. Now let's see what we have in the target. We have lots of website that is mentioned over here. So main website is having the name of www.8by8.com. So let's find that particular website. Okay, this is of the 8 by 8 SSO. Now this is the main website. So we will have the website replica also. So this is alias, and then we will redirect it to main website. Let me find the particular website. Okay, here's it. Let's add this to scope. Okay. So this particular website has many of the items that is we can see through the burp suite, and we're able to get. So these are the file that is contained inside the website. Now about fuzzing and all, if you do this fuzzing over the main website URL, you won't be able to get output as you want. It's rare to find. So we'll do the fuzzing in our subdomains that we are able to find. Okay, we have lots of it. Like it's still finding the subdomains. Now let's talk about OAP's approach right now. So we'll go with OAP's top 10 approach for this particular application. So if I talk about broken access control, first of all, that is your IDOR that require me to sign in, or let me see if there is any public information that I can able to capture of any particular user account that I have to see right now. Pricing, okay, 30 days free trial, talk to sales, okay, let's go with 30-day free trial. Here's the sign up page. So let's go with the particular username, test, company name. Let's take our company name, test. So company name, let's go with the PyNet Labs for now. Email I will type any, let's say. Let's go with the temporary email. Temp mail. Let's copy this particular email address. Paste it over here. And also let me reduce the processes. There are lots of processes going together in my computer. Let's close this, and yes, United States password I can take any. Let's open our burp suite, start our proxy, and let's try to submit this request. Forward, forward, forward. Okay. So this is something where it is posting the request that we are creating the account with the username, email address, passwords, and all. So let me send this to repeater. This is important and this is useful. Okay. Now we have to enter a phone number. Let me see if we are able to skip this. Okay, next. User license. I don't need anyone. I agree. Click on next. Business address, anything. Let's say, let's make a fake address for United States. Okay, this look fine. Let's go with this particular IP address, our home address. So this is our home address. This is our city or town. state is okay. Pennsylvania. If you find this particular state, PP. Here it is. The zip code 19428. Let's go with this particular fake zip code and mobile number. Okay, I think so. It should provide mobile number also. Here it is. Now, as this is a like basics of bug bounty, we are not going to invest or create an account for investing with this investing money and all. For now, we are just saying so we'll have more areas to provide information and search more. So yes, you want to refresh the browser. Okay. So I want to go with Visa. Let's see. Let's have the fake Visa also. These generators usually don't work. So I want to generate a Visa. Okay, generate it. So let's go with this particular Visa. Let's see if we are able to bypass this or not. CVN, there is a CVV number that is 770. Okay, let's open our burp suite, start our proxy and confirm it. Forward, forward. Okay, so your order was declined, so it is not capturing the packet. That's great because of the authentication. Now let's turn it off and let's see what we have. It's still finding the subdomain. There are lots of it. No issues. Still that we'll go with the main target. That is our 8x8.com. Now let me find any parameters. Okay, so this is for the adding addresses and all. Here we have the parameter where we are talking about the actions and add address. Okay, okay, this is something where we do need an information to be posted, and we have just the address and no cookies. Let's copy this, send it to repeater. Now we have that repeater over here. Let's see what we have after pushing to this particular domain. Let's copy this URL and paste it to the browser. And let's go. Now we have this particular domain address. Now we'll try to insert the cross-site scripting first of all. Let's see what we'll have after inserting it. So it's script allowed one or any number for checking. And let's close the script. Okay. So our URL didn't read this, otherwise it will be encoded. What we'll do, we'll have our own cheat sheet. You can get it from internet because trying and entering our own code will take lots of time. So you can have your own cheat sheet. So I have, or you can find over here like cross-site scripting cheat sheet. So today our approach is hit and try method for finding the vulnerabilities. Let's copy one of the code like this. Let's copy this and let's paste it over here at the asset. So this is a parameter where you can roam around and find any of the vulnerabilities if you can find. So this is kind of injection attack that we are trying. So you're trying to get a cross-site scripting. So whole scenario about the cross-site scripting is here we are entering the code and we want it to break even. So this is a URL based like reflected cross-site scripting and blind, because if there is any parameter like this, so here's a parameter for searching. Okay, so let me show you what we want. For example, if I search here hello, so it is not showing any result right now. And if I inspect this particular area, I'll get a parameter where this particular hello word is written. So let me find this particular area. See, value is equal to hello. So we want to break this particular field. So for breaking it, we'll have like script. Let's go with particular alert. This is the basic command for cross-site scripting, and script tag close. So alert will alert anything that is written in the parenthesis or parameter. So let's search this. So this particular domain is having filters where we are entering the commands and all. It is getting filtered out, so we don't have any output for this particular field. So let me try this once again with different command. So if I copy and paste, let's see what we'll have. So let's go with the malperform tag. With any tag you can go with. I'll take this one, image src. Let's search this. See, the value is put it over here. It will filter out at the client side only. It is not getting inside any like backend or something. Let me open the website for this one particular. Let me search this. Let's see what's going on the backend. URL search. Okay, this is our search, which is filter out and change into the URL encoding. Send this to repeater. Forward this particular request again and again. Let's see what we'll have. So we have 3 requests to play around. One where we create the account. Second, where we are having some parameter over the URL. Third, where we have the parameter while searching. So first of all, we are talking about the URL previously, in which we are trying to get the cross-site scripting attack. So also here we have some parameter where it is having some numbers. So if I change over here 78, let's see if we are able to visit page 78. So these are the parameters. So whenever you find a parameter where you can type or have something, you can play around those parameters. Let's go with 7, not 78. Let's go with page 2. So in the back end, this particular number that we are entering is right now processing, and somehow we are able to see the records. So this will be done in backend. So let's try to access the resources. So if you are familiar with this dot dot slash, so it is for roaming around the directories. So let's go with particular directories and find if you're able to get the directory. Okay, nothing. Again, filters are working. In this case, we'll go with decoder enter our command for cross-site scripting. Alert. Let's go with JavaScript alert. JavaScript is to alert 3. Let's encode this particular. Let's have this encode as URL. So it is URL encoded. Let's copy this particular whole code, which is in the URL format. Copy this. Let's paste this everywhere. Okay, animation has finished, by the way. Okay. So it is again filtering out our parameter in the URL and also in the search parameter. So in this case, we'll see and we'll change the parameter. Or you can again go with the hit and try method again and again. If you're able to find any cross-site scripting, or we'll wait for our animation to be finished and then go with the particular example. So now, as our animation has finished, and I think so here it is finished and it's migrating the local database. So we have used the tool for subdomain animation is AMAS. So we found, I think there's thousands of subdomain that we found for this 8x8.com. And this main domain that I'm just finding the vulnerabilities in, which it is always like secure more than the subdomains, because more people will focus over here only, but we as a hacker will see for the backend domain, it is a subdomain, so that the chances of vulnerabilities are higher in this domain. We'll go with this. Also, let's open the burp suite and let's try to play around this particular tabs. This is for creating account. Let's post this and send this. Okay, conflict, mail validation, email domain already exists in the system. Okay, how about if I can change the email with another? So let me have this particular email again, a new one. Let's generate a new. Temp mail again. Let's go with it, and let's have this email again with the disposal email. So we'll have it again, maybe with different name and all. If you're able to get that, that is fine. And we'll paste those email addresses and find more vulnerability. So it's, I think so it's same. Let me check. Yeah, it's same. So I'll use one of my fake email address. Okay, let's send this and let's see if we're able to create the account or not. Okay, so we are able to create the account and generate a token over here. So we have the creation ID and all. So the request only we are able to create the account. Okay.
Can we try to change parameters with codes? Like, can we
Yeah,
try? Can we,
that we can do like for injection purposes, but let me find one more like vulnerabilities. Let me send it to intruder and let's see if there's any rate limiting or something is there or not. Then we'll change the parameter. We can edit and we can insert any codes that we want. So for rate limiting, just go with the content length. Let's have it 0 over here for now.
and also,
And
like, if we can check what kind of, if we are changing encoding, will it accept, like,
yeah,
if we
that
are
all
playing
thing we
with
will do
it?
one by one.
Okay.
First of all, we are at the basic step right now.
Hmm.
So let's go with the number list. First of all, let's have it from 0 to 50 with the one step. So it will check for like it will send the request 1 till the 50 time. So let's go and start the attack. Let's see if we're able to get the status code. Also, it will have, so 409 with conflict. So it is checking and we're able to send this particular request many times. So let me see if we are able to get this particular email part with different emails. So let's have it. Add it over here. Payloads. Let me load a particular list of emails. Okay, here's the email. So we have 1001 emails. Let's try to make account. Okay, so we are not able to make account this particular methodology. That's great. So there's authentication again. Okay, now we can try and change this parameter. Like if I can go with particular parameter like with the cross-site scripting. So I can take one of the cross-site scripting code from this, copy this and paste it over here and have an email which looks something like, okay, let's create this. I'll take this particular payload and let's have it encoded. So cut this decoder, let's paste it over here and encode this as same. The URL encoding, you can go with base64 also. So depend on what it is in the background or what it will do at the background. Let's go with this particular URL, paste it over here, send. Okay, name field is incorrect, so it is checking for the parameters. Let's see if we are able to get the domain. Okay, we are able to find the domain and we have the lots of subdomain to play around. Till that, we'll leave the main domain now because it is more secure and we don't have much of the fields to play around. Let's have our subdomain list open and let's see for subdomain that is, let's look more malicious like internal or server, something like that. Let's say for this particular URL. So we have the subdomain with the name of 8. Let me find this particular domain, 8 list. Now over here, we have lots of domain. So this is the main domain that we will not go with the main domain. We'll find for some of the domain with the suspicious name. Okay. Account manager. I want subdomains that is internal domain that we can't access. We should get like 404 code or something like forbidden. Okay, it is error. I don't want error. I want like forbidden so that we can enumerate it more. Let's copy this, paste it over here, and let's see. Okay. By the way, the subdomains look malicious also. Like it seems more over like your IP address, some of the sort of like this. Let me check. Okay, page not found. This is something we want. Now let's add the fuzz over here. Let's go with fuzzing. So fuzzing is something that this particular fuzz, this parameter, will be replaced by every list that I will mention. So I'll use the sec list for this particular attack. So this is the list I will use, and we are talking about fuzzing, and you can go with particular different fuzzing technique. But let's go with the web discovery because it is more useful, and if you're able to find any web content, that's great. So web content over here, let's open any web content. So you can go with directory list or dicc.txt. So these are the different names that will be replaced instead of first. So it will be replaced with this particular name and we'll check for the files. So If this is open at the back end, we can check it. So let's go with this particular list. So let's clear this particular screen and go with a few ffuf dash w. So here we are talking about the word list that we want to go with. So this is the dicc.txt. So this is the like location of your word list. Then dash u is for the URL and MC is for the matching case. So we want 200 response and 302 response. So right now we have the different domain. So we want to go with this particular domain. Let's copy this, paste it over here. Let's see if we're able to find. Okay. Let me add HTTPS over here. We have the full domain. So it is HTTP. Okay. HTTP is just slash www dot this particular domain. So we are not able to find anything which is useful. So let's go with different list. Okay. URLs. Let me see if this is a WordPress site or not. No, we don't find any plugins or something like that which have the name of WordPress or something plugins there, but we can check if it's a WordPress or not. So also we have the site map. Let me copy this URL and let's see. Okay, let's copy this. Let's paste it over here. So these are the site maps. So these are the link which is linked to this particular website, and these are the directories that we can roam around. Okay. So also with the modification information. So when it is last modified. So right now we have the information that we have the URL, and this particular website is not able, we are not able to reach this. Let's take any other website. Admin. Okay, that seems good. Admin 8x8.com. Let's copy this. Let's have it. Let's find the vulnerabilities over here if you're able to reach. Okay, let me try to first this particular domain, and let me check for any other list. CGI default web root directory Linux directory list 1.0. Okay, let's go with this particular directory list 1.0. Right now I'm talking about the previous URL that we have searched for the video 8x8. Now we'll go with the admin URL. Few said first, and then let's go. Let's see what we are able to find. Bug bounty is a whole game of having patience. Without patience, you won't be able to do anything. That is our whole scenario over here. Let's wait till that we'll find any information over here with the help of. And let's try to find another domain till that. Hosting pay. Okay. Pay app. Let's see. Something went wrong. That is what we want. If you that's it. Copy this and let's wait for this to finish and we'll go with another diet for listing. And also that we'll have lots of fuzzing method over here. You can have this file, it is publicly available for the sec list. You can like have any list over here. You can search for API, you can search for URLs. You can also have the discovery with fuzzing. You can have for the SQL injections, cross-site scripting. Here we have the SQL injection and everything. So let's wait until this particular process is finished. Otherwise, I can go with multiple output. But right now, I'm stripping plus this is particular process is going on. Burp suit, two browsers open in my particular laptop. It will like stuck or freeze my laptop. So we'll go with everything. Have patience, one by one. Till that, any doubt if you have or any queries related to my approach and all. Anyone,
Can we try to like scan that IP address?
sure that is our next step. Will that. Like one by one, we'll scan this particular list. So first of all, in this list, we'll have lots of IP address and all that we have. So we'll scan everything one by one. And this particular IP address which is mentioned over here,
There are some IP addresses visible on Shodan if you'll check.
yeah, pointed by it, right? I can check those also. Wait, I want to get something more internal and easily label. That is our whole scenario over here. Okay, this is the IP address, one of the IP address. Let me paste this and let's change this to the IP address instead of dash. Let's see what we'll have. And those who don't know about the Shodans, it's a search engine for Internet of Things. And you can find information over the Shodans. Shodan.io.
SHODAN.
Here you can search for like anything like, so for example, a.x. If I search, you can find any information that is related to this particular name with the internet. So here you can see we have lots of information for that include this particular text 8x8.
Use.com as well after 8x8.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with everything. Have patience with it. This is just the basics of bug bounting that we're going through right now. Information gathering, fuzzing, and all. Everything is lined up. And yes, we have reports, so we don't find anything in the login. Let me find a thing in different domain. So this IP addresses domains, they will just redirect to the main host. I think so. That is the whole scenario over here. They will just redirect us to the main domain. Yes, that is what we are able to get over here. What about this agents? No, agents seems more specific. WebRTC. Let's copy this, paste it over here. Let's go. No, it is not reachable. Also, let me run the query for who is
Seems
for this
seems like
particular.
seems like a mass is not really working. We can try like W fuzz in that case. I mean, there are a lot of the frequency of scanning is very high for a mass.
Yes, as we have used it for subdomain. You're talking about the for like fuzzing.
Yes.
We'll use the furf only for fuzzing because I have lots of experience with the furb and it's better tool. We'll go with it. It depends on upon the processes and all.
No, like
And
Puff is going. We are going for subdirectory listing, right?
yeah,
Talking about the subdomain listing.
we already done that.
Yeah.
We have lots of subdomains over here. We have to check one by one. So let me check for any other subdomain that we have. That is not just the IP address. Ad manager corp. The MS has already done, like we have already used this particular MS tool and we got the results about lots of subdomains. I think so. It's 2,700 domains, something like that. I think so.
Yeah, but that would be very tedious. Like going one by one and checking every
No,
one.
it's not 2,000. Let me see. It's maybe 500, 600. Yeah, but that is the whole part of bug bounty. People used to do that. I used to do that a lot. It's a game of like I spend nights finding bug and I didn't get nothing
Right.
because finding bug in the real life scenario, the real life applications is hard as finding like diamonds over your nearby areas. But if you are able to get any of the bug, it depends on the approaches. That is like you have the lottery because one bug can cost around hundreds of dollars to like $50,000. That is like butterflies and rainbow for us if you're able to find the particular bugs. Okay, we got the mail server also. The who is, let me check. Okay, city redacted. So public informations. It is more secure. Okay, no issues.
Are they using Cloudflare?
Yes, they are using Cloudflare.
Can we try DNS enumeration if we can get something out of it?
Yeah, we'll do that. Just wait a second. Let me find more of the information and let me find, first of all, let's complete a simple part, then we'll move to next.
Okay.
Telebay8x8.com. Let's go with this particular website and let's go with it. Let's find something if you're able to get it. The showdown, let me see and search for the IP addresses for Pigeon over here.
Now, like we are not using any TLD, so it's just like it's going for all domains which contain something similar to 8x 8x8.
Yeah,
So you can use 8x8.com, so it will filter major things related to 8x8.
I will do that. Will do that. I will search for the like specific to like show how we can search over the showdown. For that, let's search for this particular domain. Host not configured. Nice. We don't want it to be configured. So let me see. Normally, I don't use Student for like information gathering. I used to do a Google Docking a lot for this particular tool because publicly available information. Let's say if I report some of the solutions for this, like this is 8x8, and I can find any vulnerabilities over here. This doesn't go directly and have the vulnerabilities over 8x8, right? So that's why it has lots of companies that use particular services. But at the end, if you report those services, it is not the headache of 8x8, it is the headache of that particular service that is using those, right? Because they didn't configure it. That's why showdowns are like, it's good for bug bounty if you're able to find anything about this particular domain, but it's not good if you can find any, like if a company XYZ is using 8x8 services and then we are able to find any vulnerabilities over there, it will not be classified as a vulnerability for the 8x8.
Mm-hmm.
There are lots of way how we can go with the different ways and find publicly available information. We can go with the DNS enumeration. We can go with the like web enumeration and all, dry clear listing. There are lots of things like this particular 1.5 hour that we have given for the PyNet Labs is for the basic approach. What are the approach? We can go with the like what how to start with the bug bounty hunting. What is the basic approach? So this is a day one, you can say. This is
Right.
just a glance of what you will find and will do with the particular website. If you get any website to search, people
Right.
spend hours, days of live recording. And remember, this is a part till now we have done the recon only. We didn't go with any of the vulnerabilities. We didn't get and upload any of the shell or do anything from the backend that we yet then go with, because it should be available to be upload any like images and all. This particular website that we choose then allow us to create a free account.
Did we try to check it against SQL injection? Like, did we try to like
It is
fuzz it
yeah,
dictionary?
basically it is more filter. So that's why first of all let's search for any subdomain that allow any inputs, then we'll go and do that, because the main domain is more secure.
Right. Most of them are not responsive.
Yeah, but that is a part of bug bounty hunter to check it one by one.
Right.
Sonar.ex8x8.com. Let me find a domain through which we can innovate more. Virtual meeting, okay. This is a secure automation. Confluence 8. Subdomains, I know there should be one domain which they didn't care a lot about that, and it is more, but okay. There's something the same login form that we tried to enumerate previously. Let me try to first this particular form. Hashtags was allowed in this particular URL. Okay, health check, privacy. Let me check this thing. Copy the selection, paste it over here, and go. Okay, it's privacy and policy, sign in end users. This give us a hope that we are having some of the domains that is visible and users. Wait, we change our scope. It is octa.com. We want to find vulnerabilities in 8x8. Okay. Worksnack.8x8.com. Let's try and visit this particular website. Okay. Choose it. Let's try to find any vulnerabilities over here for the directory listing. Also, till that, let me find any more parameters where we can go and enter a field. Okay, here's some request which is going through and it's requesting the videos from the database. I think so, because here's some of the codes through which it is requesting the video. Let me try to search this over the Google. Okay. Okay, this is a video that is being played. So it is outsourcing some link to the video, and I don't think so. It's base 64. Let me see if it's base 64 or not. Paste it over here and paste encode as base 64. Let me try this. So decode as base 64. No, it's not base 64. So let me play around this field, proper field. Let me see. Video dot slash. Okay, there should be a pop-up. There's something. Slash dot slash and etc slash password. Okay, let's wait. Script alert. Script. Let's try this. Nope. There's nothing we can see over here. There's a pop-up of something else, and also we're able to get something over here to play with the fields. Let me enter a email ID. So it's a fake email ID that I use for bug bounty hunting. And let me open the burp suite. Let me get the report. Forward this, forward this, forward this. Let me find the ID where we are having our email mentioned. Okay, here it is. Send this repeater. Okay. Now, please check your email. Let's check email. So this is your 8x8 worldwide requested. Okay. What happened if I send this request back? Okay. There's again message, and if I refresh this, I should have two from the same host. So it's loading. Let me see and let me have one more time so that we can see if there's any other type of email or other type of request that we missed for passing the email. Get request, next, 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 next. This is what we captured previously. Okay, there's nothing. And if I open my email, refresh this, okay, here's two. Okay, let me send it again. Let me check. Nothing. I think so. There's a track, and here's the time which is changing per run. Before going with that, also let me check if this particular domain is allowing rate limiting to be submitted as a bug. Okay, spamming and all. It is not mentioned, but spamming is mentioned. Anyways, we'll find the vulnerability if it is existed or not. So it's the get report. Refresh this, close this, let's send request one more time. Send it to repeater. Okay, country, runtime capture.
They are not using Cloudflare.
We'll see that. So track, no, for the different domain they are using, like as mentioned over here, the Cloudflare services. Let me check here. Express for 8x8. The Cloudflare is used over there. We are talking about the 8x8. So okay, so the request seems similar. It doesn't have anything different. These have any difference? Let me check that. So session ID is also same. External token, it's same. Everything is same. Okay. Let me go to repeater. Let me open my mail again. Let's see if you're able to spam this particular mail service or not. So whole scenario is over here is you can enter anybody's email address and then you can try and spam it. So if you're able to send this thing, okay, it's okay. Function treasure and all. Let me refresh this. Nope. Let me go with this. Next. Okay. Okay, we found the request for this thing. So this is a request that it used. Let me send this to intruder. Have the position change to the content. So we have the position. So I think so there's no content over here, but we can make it. Set this to intruder. So we'll change the content length over here. Let me delete this, clear it, have the content length, add it to the parameter. Payload should be the number list over here, numbers from 0 to 50. We can enter any number and step is one by one. We'll start the attack and let's see, you know, position. Okay. Have the anything written like hello. And now I'll start the attack. So we got lots of funded requests. Nothing seems fishy over here. So they are not blocking it. And let me see the service. Refresh this. It's 6. Okay, let me have and remove this particular content length. And let me see if I will do this. There are lots of things going around over here. Also, let me check in the domain. Most of them will redirect us to the main address, but let's see. Okay. Admin MS Team, I think it's all Microsoft Teams. So it's for the sign up. Let me see. Let's copy this, search for any other domain. DNS enumeration is when we'll do that after finding any particular domain which seems more over like which can hack, which we can go with the hacking procedures and all. For that, we'll use a tool such as Dig, DNS recons and all. Okay, it's this parameter is not vulnerable. The mechanism is blocking the request, and also we are not able to get more requests over here. Otherwise, we will get spam like this 53. You can see over here verification codes over here, which are able to get 53 verification codes. So the mechanism for the security mechanisms over here is good. I would say it's like there's a good mechanism over here in 8x8. Let me try. Whoa. So the cons and finding vulnerabilities take lots of time, and also we'll go more and we'll try to do a last type of attack, that is using the finding the like find. So we'll copy the link over here. Till that, let's wait for this particular animation to be complete. Now let's go with the attack of server-side request forgery. Let's try to see if somebody over the some of the servers are able to ping me back. So for this, we'll take the link from here, copy this, and let me go to the browser. Let's see where I can find any place where this link is redirected. Also, okay, McDonald's. Here's the code for request. Is this redirect? No, I think so not. So I need to find a parameter over here or somewhere in the field where we can use and try to redirect ourselves. And also if you're using the PyNet like website, you'll find vulnerabilities which are listed over here, but it is not useful. If you report these things, they are already being noticed, but sometimes it's helpful. Like for example, base 64 encode data type parameter, you can easily read that what is the base 64 data. Here we have, I think there's some PNG icon. I can copy this link and let's see what is this PNG icon. So it's a logo. So let's see if we're able to find any other icons over here. We can also use the Google docking that I have explained in our second or first webinar in this YouTube. There is a footprinting where we use the Google docking for finding vulnerabilities through Google docking and going with the search terms. So you can go with that. Okay, versions. Let me try to play with this particular version. Nothing. Let me add script load for. Let me close the script tag and let's press enter. Nothing we have. Go with the cross-site scripting. If you're able to find anything like if I type hello over here, you are able to see hello and back. Normally we are able to search and see those with the search parameter. But if you're not, it's a blind type of XSS injection, and in which you have to apply codes and try with hit and run mechanism. So we'll go with that. Let me find any of the code which you can put over here, like default src tag. Nope, nothing. So it should be like something should be happening in the back end so that we can have the proof that something is going wrong over here. If not, you can try with different approaches like our link that we copied for the website. So HTTP to slash slash the link we copied from the client. Let's copy this to clipboard and paste it over here. And let's get to the link. Let's see. So you have to pull out so for that you can see the request. So the request should be look like this HTTP to slash slash. So if it is processed at the back end of the browser or like at the server, you should get something like this. Let's wait for it. So you will have the request something like this from the DNS. If it is processed at the backend, so you will have the server IP address and all. So that is something that you will have if the server will process the link and everything at the backend. That is the SSRF. Now let me try to get any other link. Let's try to manipulate this particular link that we are trying to in the icon logo. Let's paste this and let's go. No, there's nothing over here that we are able to innovate more. Let me find any functions. Okay, this is to post addresses. So if you're able to find user ID, I think so we can edit the address also. Yes, we are able to edit the addresses if we are able to find this particular user ID. For finding, we have to find the cross-site scripting vulnerability and take over the user cookies. So it should look like something this. Let me open the interceptor. Let me open the console over here. Well, console. And over here, we write documents.cookies. Document.cookie. So alert document dot cookie. So we will have this type of cookies for the victim. If you're able to capture this using the cross-site scripting, that is what we enter. For example, over here, if I open the list, so it is something like we use beef and merge and send it to the victim computer and send it to victim. For example, if I'm able to have the access over the people, I can merge my script with the beef and able to capture your session ID. That is something harmful if we are able to find the cross-site scripting at any of the web pages. But it depends on the parameters also and mechanisms that particular websites use. So yep, that is the basic approach that we are talking today. It's bad that we didn't find any vulnerabilities, but one by one, if you go with every website that is mentioned over here, will take 4 or 5 hours one by one. If you're able to find it, that's good. That is what people do because it's a place of bug bounty where billions or crores of people are finding bug over the same domain that you are finding. They use as a full-time bug bounty hunter, or some do as a part-time, or some just for fun. So this is something about the bug bounty hunting. Let me try this SMS. Okay, let me try to first this thing. Let's see if we're able to get anything.
See, when we are trying to send get request to sms.8x8.com, we are getting an error of 404 not found.
Yeah.
Now, how come the scanner is like adding these subdomains as a correct domain or as a valid domain?
No, this SMS 8x8 is getting us the error of 404, right? But that means the domain is purchased. We are finding the listing. We're finding directories if they have anything
Not,
at the
I'm not
backend.
talking about that. I'm talking about the subdomain. Let's try to let's try to reach out to sms.8x8.com,
Yeah.
and we're getting the status code 4404.
Yes.
So I mean that scanner should not list those domains or those
But
subdomains as
some
a
of the
valid.
types are able to find, and everybody is able to find the vulnerabilities over those 404 pages. Let's see, we're able to find the directory ping that we can use and see in the 8x, this SMS 8x8, right? Let's try and find this directory ping. If I press enter, let's see, we have Pong. So we get the request back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is our whole scenario. We want every a domain that is purchased by the company. We want every domain to be enumerated, because if we leave 404 pages, 500 pages, or some pages which is something like 403, 302, if we leave those pages, they might be vulnerable. People will leave those pages, and that is the point of being a hacker. So you have to think like creative, have the creative thinking all the time.
Mm-hmm. See, but there's nothing on this page. If you'll see, we are not getting any kind of response. If you'll try to manipulate the encodings and everything, I mean,
Yeah,
in that case
but
also we'll not get.
it's like hidden. Yeah, we don't able to. We are not able to find anything that seems more, like you can say, accurate, or something that is useful. But we have to hit and try. That is the method.
Mm-hmm.
So we nobody know what will be the output of any of the website while doing reconnaissance or while hacking. They just go with the hit and try method. That is the bug bounty culture that everybody applies. And if you're able to, there's a one thing that we need, that is a scope. So if you're able to find anything else, for example, let's say if I'm able to see admin panel in this page of SMS, so I will enumerate the admin panel, the next and next. So it will like go on. That is the whole scenario, and that is what people do normally.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, like people will be billionaire if they are able to hack any of the websites and able to find vulnerabilities. Those vulnerabilities cost more. Like it's cost more than the laptops that we are using today's for a single vulnerability.
Yeah, but like we can also create a custom script or something which can actually filter out all the subdomains where we are getting
Yeah, we
like.
can write that. I have lots of like own script. If you want to check, I can share those scripts later on. But right now we're not talking about the shell scripting right now. We're not going to create our own automation. Normally it's easy. If I can show you what are the shell scripting that we use to create. So let me search for my own tool. Let me have the NSS CISCO tool. Let me search that. Pirate Bay also we created a tool. This is a tool that we created capture the screenshots, work as a like real time IDS, IPS, and everything. So this is something I can open with the leaf pad. So this is the tool. So it's easy to create. We are like outsourcing every tool, that TCP flow, that the pent box, everything. It's a couple of half an hours which I given to create this tool. So it's easy. We can write our own script and filter out the traffic, but that depends.
Yeah, but that can save us a lot of time, like
Yeah,
going back.
that will save us a lot of time, but that will not save the vulnerability. Like if I'm able to find any pages over here, I should check. Have patience. That is a game of bug bounty culture. So that is it for like today, and we didn't find any vulnerabilities, but I hope you all learned a lot today.
Right.
So like X, you're talking with me. So did you learn something new today?
Mm. Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Like that is the whole purpose of having the live recording session. So yes, that is it for today, and yes, see you all. Hope we
So
have the again
are you
webinar.
going to continue it tomorrow also? This was just one time session.
For now, it's one time, but let's see if we'll have the long hours or like long hours for just for publication hacking and bug bounty culture. So we'll do that until we find any vulnerability.
Okay,
Let's say in future.
okay, okay. Great, great. Thank you.
So yeah, thank you for joining everyone, and hope you all enjoyed today's session. Any resources to learn bug bounty? So you can like visit PyNet Labs. At the end, you can take the WPD program. So this is just like starting of bug bounty where we talk about how we can reach and find any bug. But there are lots of things that we should cover. And the sources you can go with the free PDFs that is available. The real world bug bounty. You can go with the pdfdrive.com, and there are sources that we can use.
Yeah, Portswigger has their own labs
Yeah,
as well. And a lot of materials are there.
so you can go with the activities of hacker one, and you can find those. You can try to like mirror those hacking that the people find the vulnerabilities, and you can learn about the reports.
Yeah.
Yep. So that is it for today, and see you all soon in the next webinar.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Also, don't forget to visit pilotlabs.com and